Howdy y'all, Dean Stilley here from the official home of unofficial Grateful Dead and music news, reporting on Night 5, Dead & Company Summer Tour. The band's in Bethel Woods, near the site of Woodstock there. Not a lot of musical history to report on other than they were there and it was terrible. So here we go, 50-something years later, we're going to give this thing another shot. They get the thing started with Hell in a Bucket, and Hell in a Bucket's got some power, some punch, and some pace. We like to hear that. Seems like they're coming out of the gate strong. Get Weir at the end of that one. I love when Weir's being Weir. On Weir tunes. Easy Wins up next, as that one was more like a quick breeze. There wasn't much happening there. That's followed by Loser, which was just fine. Brown Eyed Women, that one's got some power, pace, and punch as well. This is sounding pretty good. This one's moving along as you'd hope, and I thought that was great. Weir's absolutely had enough of properly paced music at this point. He plays Throwing Stones in a competition with The Wheel from Philly for the slowest song ever played. That one sounds like a boombox running out of batteries. That one didn't offer a whole lot to me personally at all. So we get some camera shots here. Everybody's having a good time. There's a Bill Kreutzmann. He's looking like the elf that wanted to be a dentist 50-something years later. There's no hats for Kreutzmann this year. The hat theory's out the window. That one was for tours gone by, so we won't subscribe to that one anymore. Here we go. We get Row Jimmy's next. Row Jimmy is beyond a piss break song. That you can pretty much go get some bad venue food, have a seat in the bathroom, wait for it to come through you. You get back to your seat, you got a verse and a half left. They show some heady folks up there, look like some tour vets. They're up there, they're dancing 5 times the speed of the music, which represents one of the greatest things that Dead & Company and the Grateful Dead have always had in their corner: psychedelics. So after that we get Lost Sailor, and Lost Sailor I love Weir on. He sings that one right up the middle there, right down the middle he sings that one. That was a good one. The transition seemed a little abbreviated. So they go into the Saint of Circumstance. So Weir, he pulls the string a little early on that, drives it right into a ditch. They were able to spin their tires and get out of there and finish it just fine. So there you go. That was your first set. I thought they did a respectable job with what they had. Weir comes out during intermission. He says, 50 years ago we tried this little sequence and it didn't work for us so well, so we're going to try it again. So Phil and friends, they did the same thing at Bethel Woods 15 years ago. So here you go, Weir and his friends, they're going to try the same thing. He says if they get started, they step on their dicks immediately. It's a stumbling through the Stephen. I don't know, maybe Stephen's cursed in Bethel. I have no idea. The Woodstock area got some kind of hex on the Stephen. But the show, going around the stage showing the musicians, there's Billy. He looked like the acid's kicking in. He's getting in there. They finally find some interesting places in those jams. The jams finally started getting a little bit better. At one point, I thought Mayer was playing Lola by the Kinks. I don't know. Could have just been me. Anyway, my friend Dana's up there. She's flailing away. She's doing what she does. Reserve seating, and she's still front row. That's why Dana rocks. Love you, Dana. So here we go. We go from Stephen into Mama Tried. There's a reason it didn't work 50-something years ago, and apparently the lesson wasn't learned. It's just not a good combination. The transition was sloppy. It took until Jeff's solo for him to catch up with it. Great song, just didn't go so well together with the Stephen. To me, listen, I like eggplant and I like peanut butter, but I don't want peanut butter and eggplant. Some shit doesn't work. They didn't learn that lesson. I think it was probably just as bad this time around. Anyway, after Jeff's solo, they caught up and it sounded pretty good. They get to Dark Star. They're jamming on that one. Mickey's dead asleep. Looks like he needs a drool bucket. Like my grandpa watching golf. I mean, he's out like a light. So they found some interesting spots once they started exploring Dark Star. Found some interesting spots, but it seems like every time they found something pretty interesting to explore, it was extinguished relatively quick. So anyway, it is what it is. It seemed like they were pulling the plug on stuff as soon as they got to spots that were pretty interesting. There's a High Time up next. While I'm at High Time, happy birthday to my brother Oteil, as a good pal of mine, as a wonderful human, an incredible dad, a great husband, and so much more than just an incredible musician. You know what? He's a good buddy. You can't review your buddy's songs. You're always going to be partial. It's like talking about your kids playing sports or whatever it is they're doing. You're going to be partial, but I thought High Time was outstanding. Probably not fair for me to review it because I like Oteil so much. So after that, you get Love Light. After Oteil sings, he's got an extra power in his internal compartments, and he's shaking that ass hard during Love Light. So Love Light, we get that one. That's going along pretty good. Drums and Space follows, and that's just fine. Deal Out of Space is that one's okay. I mean, you know, like, I'm looking up there, right? Mayer, he's playing Deal. He's jumping around. He's all dressed in white. He's hopping around. He looks like the fucking Easter Bunny up there during Deal. Weir, he adds some kind of hideous falsetto part to that. I don't. Falsetto to me is like fudge. It's good, but it's just a little bit. So too much, no thanks. So there you go, Standing on the Moon, Weir's bad on, always has been, probably always will be. He gets emotional on that sometimes, and I can identify with his emotions, so that's nice. Never liked him on Standing on the Moon. And then they give you the Love Light reprise, which I thought, hey, that's a great way to end things. Love Light reprise. The encore, you get Ripple. That's always a great one to send people home on. If I knew the way, I would take you home. There you go. You got Bethel is in the books, and the tour moves on. So we'll talk to you in a couple days. I love you forever. See you soon.